Warning! This episode is for educational purposes only, because I'm going to be talking about something that people do use for food, but is also highly poisonous. So I think it can be used, but you gotta be very careful. This, everyone, is a Mamey Sapote. I've reviewed the Mamey Sapote in the past, but it's been a while, so let's take a quick look at it. It looks like a giant potato, kind of. You see how it's kind of like wrinkly right now? That's actually a good thing. You want this to be super soft when you cut it open, and at this point you could actually put it in the fridge. Be a good way to have it, nice and chilled. But not so interested in the fruit of this thing, delicious as it may be. We're gonna go into this and get that seed out of there. So I'm gonna use my meat cleaver and just cut this in half. And there it is. It is a very beautiful fruit. Although I have reviewed this before, it would be a crime for me not to talk about this. The best thing about these is look at that texture. This is like pudding or flan. And the flavor of this is somewhere between like a pumpkin pie and a sweet potato pie. This, by the way, was sent to me by MiamiFruit.org, so if you would like to try a Mamey Sapote yourself and you haven't had them, they sell boxes of them online. They'll ship it to you. I'll put a link to them in the description, but this is what we're interested in right here. This is not what you want. You want to actually like get into this thing. Splitting a little bit. There we go. Now this is the edible part of the seed, and when I say edible, just imagine that with quotes around it, because this is actually quite poisonous. If you were to eat this just like it is, it might not kill you, but it'll probably make you pretty sick. I believe that this one is full of cyanide. How this is used is most often it's used in a drink called, I'm going to pronounce this wrong, but I'm going to try. Tahate. I believe it's got like corn in it, it's got spices in it, it's supposed to be really good. This is a drink that you can get from some street vendors in Mexico. It's also used in different moles, and it's also used in hot chocolate type drinks as a spice. In hot chocolate, and I think in Tahate also, it is it's good because not only does it spice it, but it also emulsifies it. So you can make your drink extra foamy by using this. It is also used in hair care products. I got this dried one from this website here. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that, but as you can see, it is a French website that sells a variety of spices. They're not a sponsor or anything, but if you are curious enough to actually get this yourself and try it, despite my warning not to, that's where to do it. And if you kill yourself, blame them, do not blame me, okay? I'm pretty sure that this is fine, but the concern would be using it fresh or trying to make the spice yourself. I'm not sure exactly how this is prepared. It's obviously dried out. It might be roasted or something too to help kill some of the toxicity. I actually wanted to do this myself and prepare this myself, but I wasn't able to find any good information on how to do that, and I didn't want to poison myself. It smells like something that you would put in your hair, not something that you'd want to eat. It has a, like kind of a perfumey kind of smell. How I'm going to use this is by making a hot chocolate with it. This I actually got in Jamaica recently, and this is a clump of chocolate which is used to make what they call chocolate tea in Jamaica. In Jamaica, tea refers to more than, you know, the actual tea plant. It means basically anything that is like a hot liquid. I'm going to put 1 cup of water in there and turn on the heat. 1 cup of milk. We have reached a low boil, everybody, so it's time to start grating. There is no sugar in here. It is just basically a clump of pure chocolate. So if you were to bite into this, it would be like biting into like cocoa powder. Looks nice and chocolatey. So now let's put in the sapote seed. I'm going to use about 1/4 of this. Cook a little bit, so if there is anything toxic in there, it's going to get killed off somewhat. So here's the inside of it. It looks a little bit like, I don't know, it's got the coloring of like an almond or something. And it smells kind of like almond extract, like cherries also. It's got a very sweet, aromatic scent to it. That's the smell of cyanide, which means cooking it is a great idea. Let's put some sugar in here also. Maybe like a teaspoon or so. So I let it cook for about, like 5-10 minutes. And there it is. It's got like a little bit of a greasiness to it, which I believe is probably just from the chocolate itself, because it is, it's got cocoa butter in it. This thing has been sitting on my counter for like well over a year, and I've never used it, but it is a chocolate frother used for frothing hot chocolate, and they use it in Mexico. What better time to use it than right now? I think this is too shallow, so let's put it in here. Yeah, it's at least less messy. I did it for about 2 straight minutes, and yeah, doesn't look all that different, but who knows, maybe it is gonna taste better because of that. Let's find out. Oh yeah. It smells a little bit, it smells like hot chocolate, but it smells a little bit woody. It's pretty good. It is definitely different than straight up hot chocolate, that's for sure. It has the flavor of almond extract and cherries, but it also has like a little bit of like a negative flavor in there that I don't think you would get from like a straight up like amaretto flavoring. And that flavor is like, it's a little bitter, and it's a little bit like it smells like woody. So it tastes kind of like you made hot chocolate, but you threw a stick into it and let the stick brew. It does have a nice taste. Don't get me wrong, but I think you need to put something else in here. I think you need to throw some cinnamon in there, or some cloves or something that would kind of like add a little bit more flavor to it that might cover up some of that woodiness or some of that bitterness. A little bit of that I think is okay. Maybe I used too much of it. Maybe if you use less, it would be better. But as it is, I think this is something that is worth looking into. It's worth playing with in your spice cabinet, but with the precautions. Like as I said, this is something that is a little gray. It is a poisonous thing if used incorrectly. So I would say do some research before using this, and if you do so, use it in moderation. Don't use it if you have a lot of allergies. If you have a Mamey Sapote allergy, which some people do, if Mamey Sapote doesn't agree with you so much, this will probably kill you. So you don't want that. You want to be careful using stuff like this, especially with seeds, which are not meant to be eaten. Like seeds are something that we eat that by nature are meant not to be consumed. So when you're dealing with stuff like that, you can run into some issues. But that doesn't mean it's something to completely ignore. It's just something that if you are going to use it, do be careful, do research, and if you get hurt, don't blame me. I told you not to do it. So take that for what it is, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye. Well, I really hope you enjoyed that video, guys. If you did, you may want to check out the video that is below me right now. That should be good too. Also, if you haven't subscribed already, it is a huge help to my channel, so please do consider subscribing or clicking that bell. That does something too. Not sure what it is. Also, check out the description below. There's all sorts of other things I have going on. I don't even know anymore. But guys, I will see you next time. Take care.